Hello people of the internet. So for the long time I needed a secondary camera and I decided to get an action cam, and more specifically sjcam m10. So this is, well, action cam, 1.5 inch LCD screen, 12 megapixel sensor, can be underwater up to 30 meters, and it supports 1080p full HD. So what we have inside, we can see camera, underwater case, couple of bases for the connectors and all the connectors as well. Quick glance through the black version. Ta-da! Camera just lifts up. Or a couple of straps, couple of 3M sticky pads, USB charging cable, sjcam stickers, a little cleaning cloth, which is not packed into anything, which is changed since everything else is. Connector, bar connector, couple of attachments, different ones. Square connector with a clip, couple of pads with sticky tapes, spare backing for the waterproof camera, and angled clip for the base pads. sjcam m10 series. Yeah, we have basic do and don'ts in a couple of languages. Let's take a look at the sjcam itself. Ooh. Yep, let's take the camera. The case itself seems to be pretty well made. You should expect it, and I got this camera for, believe it or not, $50 off eBay. Let's see if it has juice. sjcam m10, and it does not have a lot of juice in it, but it's still. Pro tip number one: always check that your camera, I mean this one, which you are starting to film, has more than 5% of the battery left. Had time to charge it this time, put the correct date stamp on it. Well, somewhat time needs still adjusting, but the date is alright. Okay, this is the camera that you are getting. It's very sleek, very nice. You have 3 buttons on your right side and 2 buttons on top, 1 LED. Well, of course, camera lens. On the left you have USB, mini HDMI port, and SD card slot. And on the bottom you have a battery cover and the sjcam battery itself, and as we can see it is 3.7900 milliamp hours. Relatively simple to use on itself, I guess, for the most people. If you are not that good in photography and do not know much about all the different settings, then just use it. Stock is going to be well worth enough for after testing it a little bit. If you are hoping that this one is going to replace your vlog camera, think again, since microphone which is there, I guess, it is not the best. On the right side, if you want to zoom, you press up, you get up to 4 times digital magnification. So press down, and as you can see, you get 170 degrees field of view. Those two are basically at the same height, and as you can see my filming area. Menu itself, press menu button, and actually the button on top is selection. So if you would press menu button again, you would go to the let's press menu. First, what you have is resolution, so I choose 1080p 30 frames. This one is kind of 60 frames, not really, since the frames are doubled. So loop recording, I put it on off. You can make that your videos would be split into 3, 5 or 10 minute intervals. I don't know, why do you need field of view? So for this one I just use standard one, but you can go with wide, middle and narrow. VDR, this is basically just like HDR on phones. This one, motion detection, this is pretty self-explanatory as well. Audio, always on. Volume, which is playing out of this device. And date stamping, I really hate this function. I don't know why anybody else would use this, but so TV out, I guess, when you connect through this port, helps you to put an external view. So TV mode, just you choose which one is more relevant to your country. I don't know, I never, but on screen display mode, it's always on. For example, if I turn it off, go to the menu, and as you can see all the settings I have chosen before. they're not displayed anymore, and I really like seeing what I have chosen. So right now, as you can see, the difference. Video lapse, you can take 1, 2 or 5 second intervals, 10 seconds, 1 minute. Image size, I use 2 MHD since this is the default. This is really the maximum capacity which I'm using when I'm making time lapses or whatever. Quality, fine. Sharpness, normal. White balance, cloudy, although best to use on auto, I guess, if you're not that familiar with your surroundings in a camera. Color, normal. ISO. The higher number you take, the shutter takes longer operate, I guess, the more light it can gather, but in this case you really need to be on your tripod or whatever. So if you keep your screen long enough, it is going to go to sleep. After EV we have face detection, ditches. I keep it on off since I don't really think that is going to make that much of a difference. So underwater mode, capture mode is if you want to do a time lapse. I choose from 2, 5 or 10 second intervals, 20 second intervals. Burst mode 3, 5, 10 photos, and dash cam. License number settings, I don't know, never used it, never will. Auto power off in 3 minutes. Keypad sound, you can turn it on. Screensaver after 1 minute. Frequency 50-60 Hz. Rotate if you would like to. And logo watermark. Language, delete format, default settings. And version, actually I updated it like with the latest version, shows May 17, but recording this camera and my workshop is always dirty, always messed up, so always when I start any kind of project I would need to clean it up from ground scratch up. This one camera is I'm definitely going to use for like side shots or whatever. I just need to make a little bit better filming area for it. Browning URX made by Humorex. Overview. So now it's time to put it to the test. So this is the video of kind of cloudy day with default settings on. Basically most of the things are auto. As you can see, it's relatively cloudy and the video is clear and sharp, at least from my point of view. Grass is green, and yeah, so quality is good. Okay, we have got some sun. Let's see how it copes with that one. Catching a glare from the sun itself. So yeah, if you're going to be walking into the sun, the video is not going to be not the best quality, but whatever, quality by itself is really nice. At least I think so. So this is a test of the low light conditions with basically default settings. I don't want to make any adjustments in order to let you know how do you get it out of the box. And if you do not have any real knowledge how to configure your camera, for at least for the start, so you will know. So it's really cloudy and it's very dark. It's around 10 o'clock in the evening where I am living, so it's getting very dark and those clouds are very dark, so soon it's going to start to rain. I guess it's